Hey everyone, welcome back to Nova Pain and Rehab Center. So today we're going to be talking about some stretches for the lower extremities. Now this is specific to sports that may involve running, a lot of leg movements. We're going to be going from the hips all the way down to the feet. So we got 4 movements we're going to show you today. As we always talk about, if you ever have any pain with any of these movements, try to change the position first, and if that doesn't work, this may not be the right position for you. We'll explain some different muscle groups today that we'll be working with, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is stretch for the IT band. Now there is a way you can stretch this out. We're going to use a strap today to demonstrate this. So let's go and get started with that. So you can use a belt, any kind of strapping device. We're going to use a green exercise band to demonstrate this. So the key with this is first to get your leg up. This is also how we stretch the hamstrings. Try to lock the knee out as best you can. What you're going to do is you're going to counterbalance the same hand, the same leg, and then slowly drop your leg to the side. Okay. Now as you drop it down, you're going to feel a pull all the way through here. If you're feeling the pull through your hamstring, okay, you just want to take the leg down a little bit more down through here. So the pull should be strictly through the IT band. You want to try to keep that knee locked out. Keep the same tension in the hand as you pull back up. Bring that back up. What I would suggest is holding this for about 5 seconds in that stretch position. Okay, get that over, good. And then come on back up. With all these stretches, it's recommended to warm up a little bit before you do these. If you try to stretch these movements while you're cold, it may not feel quite as comfortable. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is stretching one of the calf muscles called the soleus. So there you have 2 muscles that make up your calves. You have your gastrocnemius, which is the big one right here, and then you have your soleus, which is one underneath that. For most injuries we see, particularly with runners, it's not the gastrocnemius that is the problem, it's the soleus. And so when you stretch this muscle, you need to stretch it in a bent knee position. Okay, so we're going to bend your knee, okay, rock the foot back, and now we're going to stretch the soleus. And I'll straighten your knee out, lock your knee. This is stretching the gastrocnemius. Okay, this is stretching a different muscle. Again, most of the injuries, the problems we see are not in the gastrocnemius and the soleus. So just make sure when you're stretching this muscle that you're bending your knee, foot comes up in what we call dorsiflexion, and you should feel a nice pull right down the side of the calves. Okay, so next move we're going to do is for a muscle called the piriformis. Piriformis attaches from the top of the leg bone called the femur, and then attaches into the pelvis at the sacrum. So this is known as a pigeon pose or a figure 4 stretch. We're doing this in an elevated position. Now the benefit of this is it drops the knee down a little bit further in the back as you elevate the knee on the opposite side. So you're going to get a little bit more of a stretch through the muscle that comes right up through here. This is the stretch, okay? 2 ways you can stretch this muscle. One way is in an upright position like this. The second way is simply going down over the knee and getting a stretch. Honestly, I don't see a benefit to either of these. It's whatever way works best for you. You can also elevate this on a bench, a box if you're a CrossFitter, and again dropping that knee back just gives a little bit more extension through the piriformis as you stretch that. Okay. Okay. So the last movement we're going to do is the lateral trunk rotation. So this is a very common movement that we do for back problems, for tight back. It's the rotation between the upper and lower torso. So what we're going to do is take, in this case, a foam roller. Now you can take any number of things, a pillow between your knees if you want to. The goal with this is rotating the upper trunk over the lower trunk. So now we're going to push the knees down into the floor, and then we're going to rotate the arm over, head following the hand all the way over. Let me get this out of your way. And then relaxing. The movement is going to be through this area right through here, okay? Now, if you're very flexible, you can use something a little bit thinner between the knees. Okay, the less space in the knees, the more difficult it is to do this. Okay, if you're really, really tight, you might want to use something a little bit thicker. But the key is full rotation, head follows the hands, pushing the knee down, full extension of the back, holding that for 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, this movement in particular, you really want to warm up a little bit. If you don't warm up, it's going to be a lot tighter than just getting about a 5-minute warm up in. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so those were a couple simple movements to do for the lower extremities and for the hips. All this stuff is super easy to do with minimum equipment. If you have any other questions or concerns, you can call our office directly at 703-376-3797. Come on in and we'll be more than happy to check you out. Thanks and have a good day.